All right, what is up, everybody? Divine Hood here, coming at you with another daily update on Bitcoin and a couple other coins here. Today was a pretty slow day for Bitcoin. We've really just been grinding down slowly all day long. There is a couple concerning things with this grind down, though. I want to talk about that first off. Yesterday in my video, I talked about it would actually be nice to swing failure pattern this low into our golden pocket. It's also the value area low of this small range, kind of this sideways range from this price action here. If we do this range like here, oh, let me grab it. There we go. We we have the value area low of that range down there. We did break the point of control earlier today, and we are trading below the point of control, so we have a high probability to come down to the range. But I was saying yesterday in the video, it would be nice to grind down in like a descending channel price action. We did break the smaller descending channel, so I redrew another descending channel based off updated price action. And you can see how absolutely well it's respecting this price action. The midline's been holding us for a long time. Every time we come down to the midline, we see a small bounce up to the top of the channel and we reject. So we are continuing to grind down. I said it would be nice to come down to this price, this support here, swing fail these lows into the golden pocket and our value area low, and then see a bounce from here. I said that this would be nice because we were seeing bullish CVD absorption on the CVD indicator. Now, one thing that's a little bit concerning here, you guys, since we've been grinding down all day really slowly, a lot of positions are closing out. And we can see this because we can see that our open interest here is now coming to the downside. It's decreasing most of the day. Yesterday, we were seeing our open interest increase most of the day. And we even in through here, we were seeing it increase a bit. And so we were seeing some possible bullish absorption happening. CVDs were making lower lows through all of this. Price actions making higher lows. So that's bullish CVD. But in order to see absorption, we want to see the OI increasing overall. Now, if we look at this here, our open interest is now starting to get to the levels. If you look at our lows here, so let's go grab a vertical line and let's look at these lows right here. And let me change this to a 1 pixel so we can see it better. You can see our open interest at this level is about right where we're at right now. We're pretty much even with the open interest level that we were at these lows here. Now, our CVD is definitely decreasing the entire time, so we see a lot of shorts coming in through all of this, but we are not seeing our open interest continue to incline and increase. Positions have been closing out throughout the day. So our CVD bullish divergence, our bullish absorption is on the verge of being invalidated here because our CVD is continuing to go lower. We are making higher lows on the price action so far, but our CVD is really right at break even. If it keeps decreasing, we'll have what's called bullish CVD exhaustion. Now it's still a bullish CVD, but it's more exhaustion rather than absorption. And exhaustion is not near as tradable. It's not nearly as good as an indicator to take along as absorption is. So this is a bit concerning for me here to see this OI going down all day. Now we are starting to see a small increase right now. Hopefully we can hold these the lows of the CVD and not break these lows here. But it's pretty darn close right now. I would say OI is flat now rather than increasing. And so we really want to see that OI increasing as this CVD div is made in order to see true absorption. And the absorption would give us a really big squeeze up because we do also have a lot of liquidity that's building up in this channel. You can see this is a whole trail of liquidity that's building up. Now, it's not as much liquidity. If our OI was increasing, that would mean all these people, and our CVD is going down. So CVD going down means people are shorting, market shorting, and we are having a trail of liquidity that's being left by this descending channel that we're seeing. But because the OI is not increasing through this, it's more of positions closing out rather than new positions shorting. And to truly see a really explosive short squeeze to the upside, we need those open interest to be increasing. So all these shorts that could have been shorting in here throughout the day, we could hit into this support and explode to the upside, stopping all of them out, liquidating them, and seeing a true short squeeze happen. Now, we still do have some liquidity trail here. It's not as strong as if the open interest was increasing, but it's still a liquidity trail that we could squeeze. If we hold this support here, we could break this channel to the upside and squeeze pretty hard. Now, because our open interest isn't as strong as I would like it to be, we do have our anchored VWAP from the all-time high in confluence with a new naked daily point of control right here. So we could see a fake out up to this 105 level and then continue dropping. So that's just a small resistance. It's not super big, but it's a small resistance to be watching. Just in case it's a fake out, we could hit into this naked daily point of control in our anchored VWAP and continue to reject. Really, our VWAP, our regular daily VWAP, has been holding us down all day long. You can see it just snapped to the new price action of the day because it's a daily. It resets every day. So that reset 16 minutes ago. And it might continue to hold us down still. Even though it reset, we still might continue trading lower here. So we need to watch for Bitcoin. I really would like to see the swing failure pattern into the value area low and into our local golden pocket here. I showed you guys that yesterday. It's just the golden pocket pull from these lows here to the highs. Our golden pockets in here, our swing failure pattern of these lows here on this flash crash, and then the value area low of the range that I just showed you guys. So it would be nice to continue to grind down to true support. We lost our 0.5 earlier. We were trying to hold our 0.5, which I believe was around the point of control, but we lost that. So now we're trading under our point of control of our range, and we're trading under our 0.5. Our next level of support is at this level here. So I'm expecting us to at least continue the slow grind down to this box of support, if not a faster move down. Now that the new day is reset, we could start to see a bigger drop down. We were seeing some bearish divs here. I think this was I might be confusing this with Solana, so never mind on that. I was actually, Solana has some 1 hour bear divs that we were looking at. Let's look here on the 6 minute. The money flow doesn't look good though. You can see money flow pretty much all day has just kind of been chopping down in the red. We're continuing to drop in money flow. Let's zoom out onto the hourly chart and let's look at money flow there. Yeah, money flow is coming out. We're kind of seeing what we could see, Jason calls a butt cheek blowout, where this momentum wave is not going to round out, but it's going to continue to kind of expand out here and invalidate a possible bull div. If we flush real quick down into this level and bounce, we could form a 1 hour bull div, lower lows on the price action, higher lows on the momentum indicator, and we could see a push up from there. But right now, it's on the verge of invalidating the 1 hour bull divs. Let's look at the 4 hour. So 4 hour, remember guys, we were seeing some bearish divergence through here. Higher highs in the price action, lower highs on the momentum waves. And money flow is still not looking too bad. We are kind of curving down since the top up here, but it's not a strong curve down yet. And our yellow VWAP curve is starting to, well, it looks like it's now starting to expand as well. But I do think that first level of support is a local level to look at. If we do break that, then we have our anchored VWAP from the 89K lows that's aligning with this next box of support. Remember, guys, these are smaller boxes of support that are more of like day trade that can turn into a swing trade if we see the proper squeeze. But we have our anchored VWAP, our 786, and this is also the value area high of the much bigger range, the range from November 11th to present day. So we are still holding above that important range, which is really the most important range that we're seeing. It's the bigger, higher time frame range, which means it's a higher time frame level that's more important. So as long as we stay above 102 really, and this anchored VWAP from the 89K lows, we are still showing some strength. Also, if we continue to grind down real slowly and painfully like this, then the bottom of the channel, our descending channel that we're in, might align with this box of support here. But first and foremost, we play it level to level. So we're looking for this box first. Really, you guys, if you don't confirm the swing failure pattern, be careful on taking this, because if we just bust straight through and we don't get the confirmed swing failure pattern, we could just continue dropping to this next box of support. So be aware of that. Watch for the swing failure pattern to confirm. That means a wick below to stop out the liquidity below this level, and then a candle body close at or above this level. And then if we confirm that, we can long that, we would long that wherever we're going to enter. We would put our stop below wherever the wick ends of the wick that wick past it. And then our take profits, we could do a take profit 1 at this naked daily point of control. And we could do take profits higher. We do still have this box up here, which is our 786 and our naked daily point of control that was never hit. Also, our pitchfork midline is up there, but it is increasing as every hour passes. So we're going to have to watch that. By the time we get up there, if it takes us a couple days, it could be closer aligned to our value or our all-time highs up here. So if it takes some time, we could be all the way up here. So that's something we want to be watching here on Bitcoin. As far as liquidity goes, you guys can see the majority of our liquidity is above our all-time highs or pretty much at our all-time highs. So what this tells me is we could see a valid swing failure pattern of the all-time high and then dump. We need to be aware of that because all our liquidity is up here. After we take all of our liquidity, say a possible short squeeze from this descending channel that we're seeing, come up here, take the liquidity, and then just dump right back down. Because we are seeing multiple drives of bear div on the daily, we need to be aware of this. We need to be aware of a swing failure pattern of the all-time high. Get everybody bullish that this pattern is we're gonna make new all-time highs and pump way higher, but we just swing fail and then dump right back down. That is a real possibility. All right, our Model 1 liquidation heat map, you can see just right above us, right about that 105K level is where our liquidity is. So that's another reason we could take the liquidity at 105 into our naked daily point of control, and then we could dump, we can continue dropping from there if that's a fake out of the break of the descending channel. Remember, oftentimes when you break these descending channels, you want to come for at least the liquidity of the second pivot, if not the entire liquidity sweep of the entire channel. So the entire channel liquidity sweep would be nice because we'd be sweeping it up into a resistance up here. So I would look at this at least as a take profit zone, a partial take profit zone. You could leave some to ride if we continue higher. But yeah, Bitcoin is just, it's been boring. It's slowly grinding down all day. We keep bouncing off the midline here. So we could see coming up here just in a bit, we might bounce off the midline again and continue the slow, methodical grind down. Other than that, I would say not much new on Bitcoin. We still have our same supports, our same resistances. We just need to watch this. This open interest is going to be really important to watch here. And then also just watching to see if we get the swing failure pattern, the actual confirmed swing failure pattern. Let's look at, no, that's the wrong one. Let's look at our VWAP waves, our 200 SMA VWAP waves. We have been trading a lot within this throughout the day. And you can see we're finally starting to break this wave down. Now these waves are starting to squeeze, or these bands are starting to squeeze together. Oftentimes when they squeeze together, they can squeeze together for a day or two, and then we'll see it's almost like a Bollinger Band. When they squeeze together, you can come down to this level here, like the top of this band is at 105K, 101.5, excuse me. And then you can see them explode. We'll see an explosive price action and the bands expand just like the Bollinger Bands. So we're watching for that. Right now, it looks like we're coming in on the 1 minute chart. This side here is our 1 minute chart. You can see we're coming into some liquidity right now. That's local liquidity that we have here. So we could come down to that 102.2. Let's look at 102.2. That's about where our box of support is. And looks like we're finally starting to break the midline here. All right, so let's keep an eye out on this. Let's keep an eye out on Bitcoin. Let's see if we can get this during the stream. Let me actually make an alert on this here. Not stream video, but let me make an alert on this here to see if I can get a trade. And if that happens, I can kind of try to walk you guys through it in the process. All right, so that is Bitcoin. Let's go now to, and also one more thing with Bitcoin. A lot of people are talking about this diamond pattern here. How nice would it be? A lot of people are expecting this diamond pattern is a reversal pattern. You can see like the diamond. It would be really nice psychologically to bounce from the value from this swing failure pattern while everyone thinks the diamond pattern is about to break down because we're about to break this trend line of support. We bounce to the bottom of the trend line of support and then short squeeze all of this up to here. While the rest of the people are going to think this pattern is going to break down and go way down, we would be looking for a long at the support to see a short squeeze or to see a move to the upside. So that's it for Bitcoin. Next up, let's go to Solana, because Solana's been really nice, you guys. And Solana did see a pump earlier today on the CME listing. We saw Solana get a CME futures listing, or a CME listing, and we got a pretty aggressive pump up here. Now on lower time frames, I was going through this with some guys in the Discord, on Jason Casper's Discord. We've been trading in this really nice descending channel or ascending channel for most of the day here. And just watching this channel, every time we come down to this area here, it's our point of control of our range. So if we do a fixed range here, and we're going to bring it just to like these lows here, look at this, you can see it's our point of control here. And anytime today we've came down to that, we've held it. So we held it, we pumped up to the midline, rejected from the midline, came back down to the bottom of the channel and our point of control. And then this was the CME futures listing, this big green couple hours here. But during this, I was talking about this ahead of time. I was saying, you guys, we have higher time frame divs on 1 hour, 15 minute, other divs that were bear divs that were forming. So we need to watch for a rejection at the golden pocket. And you can see, sure enough, now that golden pocket pull was from this high here all the way to the lows, which is this low here. It's our golden pocket. We came right into our golden pocket, which was also the top of our ascending channel. We hit into that and we saw a clear rejection to the bottom. On lower time frames, our midline did try to hold us, and I was talking about this could be a possible local support level. We tried to bounce, we lost it, we tried to get above it again, hit into our value area high, and then we got the strong rejection to the downside. Now you can see we still are holding our channel. Every time we come down to the base of the channel, we are seeing a bounce from the base of the channel. So this ascending channel trend is still trying to hold. Locally on the 5 minute here, we actually are seeing some bullish divs. Lower lows on the price action, higher lows on the momentum indicator here. So we could see another bounce. But if we do see a bounce, I'm not looking for much from it, because we do have 1 hour bear divs that are confirming. You can see higher highs in the price action here, lower highs in the momentum waves. It's not super lower, but it is lower. If you look at this here, and our money flow is starting to finally curve down here. So if we break this channel, I expect us to do a quick sweep, because we'd also be breaking our point of control of this range. I expect us to at least sweep down to these lows at the base of the channel. We'd sweep the liquidity of this whole channel here. But I actually would like to come down to the value, to our 786 here. So if we do a fib pull from this low here to the highs that we just made, you can see our 786 here. Let's re-pull that so you guys can see that. So just from the lows here to the highs here. So there's a couple things. Our golden pocket, we could see the liquidity grab of the bottom of our channel's liquidity. We would sweep all this liquidity and do a SFP into our golden pocket. You guys know how much I love swing failure patterns into golden pockets. It's so nice. So we could swing fail pattern these lows into the golden pocket. That's our first level. We would be looking for a confirmed long to take. And if we don't do that, then we have our 786 here near our value area low. So we could see a push to the 786, hit into the 786, see an hourly candle close at or above the value area low, and then make a move up from there. Now, in yesterday's video, I did talk about what I would really like to see is another push down to take these semi-equal lows here, because we did hit the 886 from this high to this low. We came back down and hit the 886. So it is probable at some point we come down to take these lows here. If we come down to take those lows, the swing failure pattern of those lows into our channel midline, that would be really nice to see. And I would be looking for a long there if I had some bull divs, and if I saw like money flow coming up on lower time frames, that would be really nice to see a swing failure pattern into the pitchfork midline and then another move up. So far, though, we play it level to level, and right now this channel has been holding. We are just going to continue to trade this trend until it breaks. But I expect if this channel breaks, because it's also being our point of control, where the most volume of this range has been traded, if this channel breaks to the downside and we break our point of control, I expect us to at least come for these lows here, if not the value area low. And then we'll see from there how it reacts once it's at those two levels. If we do see it react at those two levels, then we'll look for longs. If not, we're just going to wait for these lows down here and look to see how it reacts down here. So that's pretty much it for Solana. We still have our higher Targets above us, we have the swing failure pattern of this high into the pitchfork band, which is up here about $300. And then our lower support level down here, which is our golden pocket, our pitchfork midline of a skiff pitchfork, not this same pitchfork, a different one, and our point of control of a much bigger range. And then finally down here, our weekly and our naked daily point of control, and our pitchfork band is down here. So this is a major support level at 188 to like 185 is a definite level I'd be looking for longs. Other than that, nothing too new here on Solana. Let's actually look real quick here. Let's zoom out onto the 2-hour chart. So yeah, you guys can see we don't have bear divs on the 2-hour chart, but we are confirming a trigger wave. So we had our low, we had a higher low rejected from the golden pocket, and our 2-hour trigger wave is starting to roll over, and you can see our money flow starting to come out as well. So this channel might break down sooner rather than later. The 1 hour, I showed you guys the 1 hour, we had those bear divs. The 15-minute, we had bear divs as well. You can see higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the momentum waves, and actually we had a third drive of bear divs too. You can see really all the way from back here, we've kind of been forming barely lower. They're just barely lower, but they're lower momentum waves through all of this. Higher highs in the price action, and our money flow is kind of overall coming out. So this channel might not hold for too much longer, and we could dump. What we'll see though, as long as the channel holds, we have to. It is our support, and it's been holding. So that's it for Solana. All right, next up, let's go to XRP. And XRP, we did see a push up. We keep rejecting from this pitchfork band here. And now we are starting to form more of a sideways range on XRP. But every time we come up to this pitchfork band here, we are rejecting from this pitchfork band. We have not come down to the bottom of the pitchfork yet since we hit it into it here. And I think the bottom of this pitchfork band would be nice. Let's see if we can find any confluence. Now, I still remember I talked about this being a bigger wave 4 correction that could last up to a couple weeks. So far, we are starting to form more of a flat correction rather than a descending low. I mean, the descending channel was working for a long time, and we hit into the bottom of the descending channel and our major support level here, and you can see the bounce. We got a bounce all the way up to the pitchfork midline through here. So this was a great trade. If you took this trade, I mean, what a winner. And then as soon as we would start losing our midline, you could have closed out the position or taken profit. But this band is holding us down now, so we can look for the bottom here. We can also do a fixed range volume profile pull of this range here. You can see the value area low of this range is near the bottom of the pitchfork. So that is our local support level to be watching. Our point of control is kind of in alignment with this band here, and it keeps holding us down. You can see that our value area high is also aligning with the band here, and that could act as if we make another move up to hit the top of the band again. It would also be close to our value area high there. If we do a fib pull from the last big low we made up to this high, we did hit into our golden pocket, but we have not hit our 786 yet. So our 786 could be a level to be watching. I really don't like how really, we could see a swing failure pattern of these lows. These are almost semi-double lows here, semi-equal double lows. But that is kind of a big swing failure pattern because it's, this is at 299 and this is at 294. So I guess that's not too bad. We do see XRP move whole cents at a time in big moves. But I do think this is a pitch. We have our much bigger pitchfork band that's coming up now. Now, this pitchfork band is a much higher time frame band. Let's look and see what else we got down here. So we got our pitchfork band. We do have a naked daily point of control. I wonder if we hit that yet. So let's actually look into our naked dailies. Let's turn this on. Yeah, so we hit into that naked daily point of control. So there's no longer a naked daily point of control here. And we hit into the 382 and the pitchfork really. So that support level, even though I left it on the chart, it's really been kind of tapped here. I mean, we still do have our pitchfork band coming up here. Depending on how long it takes, a swing failure pattern of these lows into the pitchfork band might still work. So what we can do is we can change that box if we put our swing failure pattern lows. Let's see here. And we could do a swing, so we could say something like this. As swing failure pattern into the band. And then I would want to take this and I would want to move this a little bit down here. All right, and then we still do have our naked daily point of control in this box here. Oh, I guess I didn't put that in there. Okay. So this box of support is looking really nice, you guys. Now we do have this one as well. This is our golden pocket. Let me get rid of this. Let me clean this up a bit. All right, so we do have our golden pocket, our anchored VWAP, which I do believe is probably no longer there. Let's check that out. Yeah, our anchored VWAP's a bit higher now than this level here. We do still have the bottom of the pitchfork band that could be aligning with this, and it's the value area high of our bigger range that we were seeing. Actually, let's look at this range to see what that was. Ah, okay. This range here. Probably here. Yeah, so the value area high of this range is really in alignment with this box here, more this box here. If we look at our golden pocket pull, we could do a golden pocket pull from the lows of the pitchfork to the where we rejected off the highs. But you guys, this smaller pitchfork that we're seeing here, it's inevitable that we're going to break it down soon because look how, I mean, it's such a steady, steep trend that eventually we're going to break this down. We rejected from the top of it to the dollar. We bounced from the bottom of it pretty much perfect, came up to the midline. Now we're grinding sideways and we're forming more of a sideways range. This is still our wave 4 correction. Remember our 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we could expect one more push up to the upside, maybe to like 385 or so. But I do think that this pitchfork is going to break soon. So if that does, we do have the swing failure pattern into the bigger pitchfork band. We have, this is our golden pocket from the high to the low of the big explosive third wave. So our golden pocket is in there. Now, depending on how long it takes, it might align with this bottom light green line, the bottom of the pitchfork band, which would be nice here. Our value area high is close by that as well, but I would say it more aligns with this box. Really, these boxes are kind of really close to each other. The naked daily point of control is in this box, though, aligning with the retest of our value area of high of our last range. So I do like that. So I'm going to leave them separate. I'm going to leave them as two different levels. Yeah, so other than that, I don't know, though, in a wave 4 correction, you don't want to really come down this low. You don't want to have any overlap with your wave 2, which it really, we actually wouldn't have any overlap, even if we came all the way down here. So I guess that would work. Let's just keep an eye out on it. It looks like it's starting to form a sideways range, though. So if we go zoom into the 1 hour, we're going to concentrate on this range here. This range that we're seeing now from the highs that we saw all the way sideways. And this is our range. So for now, we do have the value area low aligning with the bottom of the pitchfork. That's around $3.10. We could see a bounce from $3.10. And I'm sorry, someone told me in my comments that I keep talking about the supports, but I'm not listing the numbers. So I'm going to work on doing a better job of listing the numbers when I talk about these supports. So our swing failure pattern is at 282. And the band is about 280-ish. So a swing failure pattern of 282 into our band would be our first support into about 280. Our next level of support is our golden pocket here. It starts, the 618 of our golden pocket's about 265, and that goes down to about 261. And then our value area high, naked daily point of control, was about 257 here, and that's also the bottom of this pitchfork band, 257. So that's our levels to the downside. As far as the upside goes, we still need to continue watching for the swing failure pattern because we had two semi-equal highs of this, so we could watch for the swing failure pattern. By that time, it might be aligning with the top of the band, which you can see this band has been rejecting us every time we come up and touch the top of this band here. So if it takes a while If we chop around for a bit, the top of the band could align with the swing failure pattern. That's at 341. But if we do hold this and continue to break upside and start our fifth wave, then we really need to watch out, because it could be it's the fifth wave is usually a 5-wave impulse to the upside, a smaller subcount of a 5-wave impulse within the fifth wave of a bigger impulse. I know that's confusing, but that's the way we see it. So smaller time frame impulses within bigger time frame impulses. So that's pretty much it for XRP. Let's see, we did Solana. Let's go to Ethereum real quick here. Ethereum's just been chopping sideways. This morning I talked about, and I think even yesterday I talked about this triangle pattern that we were forming. And I was talking about a push down into the golden pocket. Now, the first time we did drop into this golden pocket and swing failure pattern of these lows, we actually did get the swing failure pattern confirmed, and we did see a push up, but it wasn't a very big push up, and then we kept decreasing. Now, let's get rid of this pattern here. I do see here a descending channel that we're a very steep, low time frame channel that we're seeing right now. It is like this here. We could actually be breaking that right now. If we zoom in on this, let's go to the 12-minute. You can see we're trading in this channel. Let me get rid of this stuff too now. This is no longer relevant. And our daily naked point of control is no longer relevant. So actually, we might be breaking this channel to the upside of this last few hours that we've been seeing. But if Bitcoin continues to grind down, I expect that Ethereum will as well. We do have these semi-equal lows down here. Actually, this did swing fail pattern this, so I don't know if I'd be looking for that one. This is a much better level here. Let's zoom out back to the 2-hour chart. Our bigger descending channel that we're seeing, so let me get rid of this small one. Our bigger descending channel that we've been seeing really since the 4100 highs, we've been trading in this channel. Our midline would be coming up. No, I don't like that. But our midline is around the 786. It's our anchored VWAP here. And yeah, channel midline. Okay, so I got that already on there. And then we do have this bottom of the pitchfork. Remember, last time we hit into the bottom of the pitchfork right here, we saw an explosive move to the upside. So the bottom of the pitchfork is going to be aligning with this box of support now. We could put it like right here, this box of support. Now, this box of support is really around, let's do 3,035 to 3,000, 29.95. So that's our first major support level down there. And if we do that, we could look very, very locally. You could look for the swing failure patterns of the lows at 31.25. There's not much else there, though. So I don't know if I would take that unless you see the actual confirmed swing failure pattern. If we do a range pull of just this last sideways price action, you can see that we are holding the value. This range is being respected, because look at value area low holds here, value area low holds here. We pump up to the value area high, reject here, value area high, reject here. Pitchfork, the POC did bounce us in the middle here for a little bounce. That's also where our golden pocket was earlier today on that triangle pattern, and we got a small move up. So if we lose, we could swing fail pattern the low that we made early. When was that? Let's see. Monday. We could swing fail pattern Monday's lows and still close the candle at or above the value area low, and then we might see a rotation up to the value area high. But I do like these lows at 31.25 much better. There's more liquidity down there. And remember, guys, with the fib pull, so if we do a fib pull from this low to this high, we did break past our 886. So once again, there's a high probability eventually we come for these lows at 31.25. To the upside, we still have our value area high of a bigger range, a swing failure pattern of these highs here. And it's our pitchfork band. We have a daily, and we have the top of our much larger descending channel. And then again, around 36.25 is our naked daily point of control, our value area high, our 786, and a pitchfork band up here. Let's zoom out here and look at these. So the value area high of this on this box at 36.25, I believe that's the value area high of the entire range since November 11th. Let's check this out here. So if we go to November 11th, November 10th or so. Yeah, okay, so that one's going to be our bigger range. And then we have the smaller range since December 19th about here, and that's the value area high of that range. So you can kind of split this up into sub ranges. We have our big daily range from November 11th to present day. We have a smaller half sub range here from December 19th to present day. And then we've got our really, really small range that I was just showing you guys from really the past week or so. Let's see when that range starts. That range is pretty much from the 18th of January. So only a few days, 4 days. That's a smaller range. But you can see also our value area low of the December 19th range is pretty much about where we're at now. These lows here, where we're at now. So we're just forming a consolidation pattern with Ethereum. It's being really slow and really boring. We'll just continue to watch it to see how this plays out. But we have our bigger resistances. We have our bigger supports. Oftentimes when we consolidate like this, you will see an explosive move out of this. So be careful taking local trades without proper invalidations and proper stops. Remember, always when you take a trade, you should have a plan for that trade and you should have an invalidation for that trade. So if you're wrong, you get stopped out, you take a small loss rather than taking a big loss or getting liquidated. Okay, so that's ETH. Let's go to the total market cap here. Let's zoom out onto the 4-hour chart. So our total market cap, we just continue to grind up within, let me get rid of this real quick, kind of within this channel. I mean, we did see a big deviation from that channel, but we continue to reject from the highs of the channel. The midline is coming up, but I do like our pitchfork midline a little bit better. That's this red midline here. All right, let's check this out. Let's do a Fibonacci pull from the low to the high. So our golden pocket is coming up right at the channel midline. That's at 3.47 trillion. So we could see a bounce from here, and that would probably mean Bitcoin's at its local. Actually, Bitcoin would be farther down than if it's going to drop there, because Bitcoin's really close to its. So it'd probably be around Bitcoin's 102 level. And then the 786, because some time would pass for us to get down to that, it would be probably closely aligning with our pitchfork midline here at 3.44 trillion. So we could watch for a bounce there as well to continue higher. If we really break down, if this kind of diamond pattern that everyone's looking at does play out and it does break down, it is always a possibility that we could dump much lower. We do have the bottom of the channel around 3.31 trillion, and depending on how long it takes, it could be close to a swing failure pattern of these lows. Let's look at our golden pocket here. So the golden pocket's near the bottom of the channel. We could see a fake out of the bottom of the channel into the golden pocket and then break right back in there. Yeah, but we really, let's see, this, we do have a bigger range from, looks like November 23rd to present day. And actually our value area low of that range is in this golden pocket at 3.25. So if we do come down here, this is a strong support level to be watching. And then we keep rejecting from the value area high, and our point of control is also really close to our value area high. So we're trading below that, so we can't expect to come down. We might actually, if we come down here, Bitcoin and alts are going to bleed pretty hard. So hopefully we don't come down this low, but we just need to watch for it. Total 3 chart, you know, same kind of thing. We're chopping around in a sideways range. You can see this sideways range that we're in. The golden pocket pull is close to the value area low of that range as well. It's a little bit above it. The total chart, it's right within it. This one's a little bit above it. But you can see we keep rejecting from the band. Every time we come up to the top of the band here, we're rejecting from the top of the band. We're continuing down. The bottom part of the band at about 1.04 trillion is our support level. Right now, we could see that hold if we do a golden pocket pull, a Fibonacci pull from the high to the low. You can see our golden pocket is around that band there. band of support. So that's our very first local level. Money flow doesn't look so good here. Let's look at the total 3. Yeah, money flow doesn't look so good there. Momentum doesn't look good on the 4-hour. Just doesn't look so good. I mean, I hope that bullish CVD doesn't invalidate on Bitcoin. All right, going back to Trumpcoin. This will be the last one that I cover for now, and then I'm going to make another video later covering XRP, Doge, Bitcoin versus Ethereum, and we'll do some update on Bitcoin too. All right, so Trumpcoin is just continuing to trade in this same descending channel that I showed you guys a couple days ago, and it's really been slow and boring. I was looking for a possible swing failure pattern of this flash crash low here. That is also, I believe it was our golden pocket. Let's see here. Let's do a pull from the high to the low. No, we already hit into that golden pocket. It was our 786. Yeah, so a swing failure pattern into our 786 would be nice at 34.27. And then we do have the bigger swing failure pattern at the bottom of the channel that could be aligning with the midline depending on how long it takes to get there. And that would be about $29, $29.90 or so. But yeah, Trumpcoin is starting to form more of a sideways range as well. It's a smaller range. Obviously, there's less price action on this. It's a fairly new coin. So we could do this smaller range here, this kind of sideways range after this big volume dump here in this candle. I believe that was inauguration time. So after the inauguration, we're starting to form more of a sideways range. You can see right now we're bouncing from the value area low. And let's look at resistances to the upside. So if we do a Fibonacci pull, our golden pocket here is going to be in alignment with the value area high, and it is also the top of the descending channel. So at, what is that, 43.4 to 43.8 is going to be our resistance here. Now, we do have the anchored VWAP that's just above that as well. So let's take this box. This is going to be our box of resistance here. Value area high and channel and golden pocket. Anchored VWAP's just above. Anchored VWAP from the all-time high on 72 cents. All right, so that's pretty much it to the downside. I mean, we can look for swing failure patterns. The 786 here at 34.27. If we drop much lower, we do have this swing failure pattern into the bottom of the channel at 21.75. Okay, everyone have a good day. Hope this helps. Please like and subscribe if I gave you any good content today, if I helped you out at all, gave you some clarity on the market. Also, we have a few more days for our MEXC campaign that's going on till January 25th. If you deposit $100, you'll get $20 free. That's a 20% bonus on your trading account. And then you can earn up to $300 in other bonuses. So if you support the channel, this is a way to help support the channel. This is an affiliate link. So if you sign up under me, I do get a small commission on this. Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. Have a good day.